I got digital dash, can't ride with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned out the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flooded with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. EP how I ride through your block and I drop off the top and I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitch is.
Yo, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Fitz back to with yet another video. Today I'm coming to you guys with the rarest builds in NBA 2K22. Now season 3 is coming up this week and I got some special videos coming on the day of and the day after for that. But right now I got y'all boys with the rarest builds in the game. If you guys want me to go over more stuff for these builds, like maybe the best builds in the game, the best animations, all you gotta do is like the video, subscribe if you're new. But yeah, for today we're gonna be going over the rarest builds in the game. Some of these builds are gonna be so rare you literally cannot make them anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna be going over all these builds in order, give you all honorable mentions with the top 5 in the game. So yeah, and this is gonna be included for current gen and next gen, so don't worry about that for all my people that's on next gen. I know I've been going crazy with the current gen stuff, coming soon for y'all too. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much the point of this video. If you guys want more videos like this, like I said, like the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications if you know what I'm saying, want to be the first to the video, share this video to anybody to help. But yeah man, it's your boy Fitz, and let's hop straight into it. Alright, so just like we always do, we got an honorable mention, and coming in at the honorable mention is a build that honestly until this year I've never seen. So let's show you guys how to make it. We're gonna be at the small forward position for this build. And everything I'm showing you guys on all these builds, you kind of want to make it the exact way I'm showing you guys so you will get the name, because a lot of these times on the rare builds there's distinct things that you have to do on each of these builds, from the height, weight, wingspan, attributes, and pie charts to really get the name consistently. So then when it comes to the pie chart, you're gonna go down to the shooting and defensive. This is gonna be the new one where you get shooting more than defensive, and you only get shooting Hall of Fame badges. And out of the shooting and defensive pie chart, this is my favorite one and one of my favorite pie charts in the game. Then when it comes to the physical profile, you can go with speed pie chart. It's kind of a guard build, but it's not. It's a small forward, so if you want to go speed vert, you can. But I want to be as close as possible to like speed 99s, so I'm gonna go speed pie charts. That's simple. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're gonna end up with 7 finishing, 21 shooting, 1 playmaking, 20 defensive rebounds, and that's what it's gonna be like. Now when it comes to the attributes, we're gonna go over that more later, but from the badges, you're not really gonna have no playmaking, so don't expect it. It's gonna be more of a 3-and-D type build, so that's another reason why we went with more speed on our physicals, because we want to be able to be as fast as possible, even on defense. So yeah, very important. Then when it comes to the body type, height, weight, wingspan, body type is completely up to you. You can go build burly, compact, slight, whatever you want to go with. Then when it comes to the height, now for the height, I'm actually gonna go 6'8". You have to go 6'8", but that's also gonna make it have really more of a balance on your attributes, and you can actually play big man on this build if you really want to with this height. So yeah, that's the height we're gonna end up going with. Then when it comes to the weight, you're gonna go down in weight. So yeah, you're gonna go down and we're gonna end up with 188 pounds. Now if you want to go with speed vert, because it is more of a big man, so you can have a higher vertical, by all means do that. But if you go with speed, you're gonna be able to have way higher speed, and this build is damn near gonna have a 90 speed on this build. So yeah, but yeah, you're gonna see a lot of things going up: speed, acceleration, a lot of quickness, perimeter defense, driving dunk, and driving layup, all going up off that alone. Then when it comes to the wingspan, we pretty much gonna be maxing out our wingspan every single time on a build like this. It's just that simple for me. So yeah, this is what the build is at 95. And then when it comes to being at 99, you're gonna get +4 to everything on the screen, even the physicals. Now the physicals, it can even get another +4 because of gym rat. So that's how you're gonna be able to get that 89 speed, or 86 acceleration, and a 74 vertical. Now when it comes to the finishing, close shot, that's gonna be up to a 90, so you're gonna be really good with that. Standing up, that's gonna be up to an 87. So both of those two attributes are gonna be really good, but you're even gonna have a 76 driving dunk, and you're even gonna have a 70 driving layup. So if you want to be able to have long athlete on this build, you definitely can do that. You're gonna be able to get above the 80 threshold on the 3-pointer, above the 80 threshold on the mid-range, so you're gonna be able to shoot pretty well. Then when it comes to defense, you're gonna have a 70 on the threshold for interior defense. That's the minimum threshold you really want to reach on any attribute. You're gonna have an 80 threshold on the perimeter defense, above the 80 threshold on a lot of quickness, steal. Then when it comes to like the really important things for a big man, block rating is gonna be damn near at a 90, but it's at an 89, so you're 1 off the threshold, and you're gonna have a 90 defensive rebound on this build. So you're gonna be really well rounded in a lot of aspects for everything that you're really trying to do. You're gonna be able to shoot on this build, you're gonna be able to roll on this build, you're gonna be able to catch lobs on this build, you're gonna be able to dunk on this build. The only thing you're really not gonna have is playmaking ability, but this is not really that type of build to really have that to begin in the first place with the height that we went. So that's kind of a really good way of making the build. And last but not least, before we get into what the build is called, it's going to be the takeover. So you got really amazing options. You have a lockdown, sharpshooter, rim protector, not rim protector, glass cleaner, and slasher. Now, this is where it gets interesting. You can go with any of these, man. If you had more playmaking, I would really argue hard for slasher. And if it was last year, I would argue hard for shooting. But this year, shooting is so easy. You can consistently hit whites on a build that has an 80+ 3-ball. At 99, you can have that. So yeah, that's not really a crazy one. The only ones I'm thinking about going is glass cleaner and lock. Now, glass cleaner is because you get +10 to rebound. So in takeover, I'll be able to have 99 defensive rebound, and that will help my offensive rebound a lot because I don't have that really high. But this is kind of a spot up build, so you don't really need that too crazy. So I'm gonna definitely go with lockdown because I feel like the lockdown attributes to begin with are lower than the glass cleaner, and also lockdown actually helps your speed attribute by +10, so that's gonna be another big thing to help you play even better defense. So that's the takeover I'm gonna end up going with, and the build comes out as a two-way shooter. I've honestly never seen this build in the park. Let me know if you have it down below. But yeah, that's going to be the honorable mention on the list. Let's hop straight into the top 5, and I'm telling you guys, these are all crazy rare builds. Alright, so let's hop into the top 5. So to make the build coming in at number 5, you gotta be at the small forward position. Then when it comes to the pie chart, you're gonna go with the finishing and shooting. You're gonna have more finishing than shooting. You're gonna have finishing Hall of Fame. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're gonna go with speed pie chart. You wanna be as fast as possible. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're gonna go with 12 finishing, 14 shooting, 13 playmaking with 6 defensive. We're gonna go more on the attributes later. Then when it comes to the body type, that's completely up to you. Height, we're gonna be at 6'5". 6'5", in my opinion, is just one of the best heights to go with as a small forward build for me, honestly. Then when it comes to the weight, we're gonna go down in weight so we can get our speed and acceleration as high as possible. So yeah, we're gonna be at 179. So it's not minimum, but it's gonna be a little bit, pretty much, just so we can be able to get our speed and acceleration max, but not lose too much on strength and interior defense and even post control. Then when it comes to the wingspan, pretty much when it came to the wingspan, I couldn't move the wingspan. If I move the wingspan, it's not gonna give you the name. So we kept it in the middle. So pretty much this is what the build looks like at 95. Everything that you see on the screen is gonna be going up +4 at 99. So your speed, acceleration because of gym rat, that's gonna be up +8. So you're gonna be able to have that up to a 93 on both, and you're gonna have an 80 vertical, you're gonna have an 80+ 3-pointer, you're gonna have an 85 driving dunk, so you're gonna be able to have the contact dunks on this build. You're gonna have above an 80 ball handle on this build, and you're gonna have really decent defensive stats even at 99. So yeah, it's gonna be really well rounded in a lot of aspects. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you get slasher, shot creator, sharp, and lockdown takeover. All 4 of these are very good options. Now, it really depends on what you really want the +10s for and what you want the in-game benefits. Now, if you feel like you need shooting, go sharp. If you feel like you need more defense, go lockdown. They're all really good options. Even shot creator, but I'm gonna go with slasher. That just has the best +10s in the game, and that's gonna make me be able to get even more contact dunks with this build. So yeah, I'm gonna go slasher takeover, and the build comes out as a balanced score. And that's the build that comes in at number 5. But trust me, we getting crazier and crazier as the build goes. Alright, so coming in at number 4, let's hop straight into it. So we're gonna make this again at the small forward position. I think that's now 3 straight builds at the small forward position. Hopping into the pie charts, you're gonna go with the same pie chart, finishing and shooting. You're only gonna have finishing Hall of Fame. Then when it comes to the physical pie chart, you're gonna go balanced. That's just gonna be the pie chart you have to go with to be able to get the build. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're gonna be ending up with 12 finishing, 15 shooting, 12 playmaking, and 5 defensive badges. We're gonna hop more into the attributes later. Then when it comes to the body type, that's completely up to you. Height, weight, wingspan, height, you're gonna be at 6'5". Again, very similar in a lot of this stuff so far. Then when it comes to the weight, this time we're going up in weight. Instead of going down, we're going up. That's why we went with that pie chart we ended up going with, because that's going to be the best pie chart to go up in your weight. That's going to make all this stuff pretty much be balanced on your physicals, and you're going to get more strength, and you're going to get more interior defense. You're not going to even lose nothing on perimeter defense. You're not going to lose nothing on lateral quickness, and you'll even gain stuff on post control. Then when it comes to the wingspan, pretty much the wingspan is going to be kept right here at 82.4. Now, I don't know if that's up or down. I'm pretty sure that's right there in the middle. So yeah, just keep it at 82.4 or put it to 82.4, and that's really what it looked like at 95. Now when it comes to being at 99 and with gym rat, the physical is going to be going up +8. So you're going to have an 80 speed, an 80 acceleration, and an 86 vertical with an 88 strength. Very well rounded on the physicals. Nothing too crazy, but nothing too bad. Pretty much all of that is pretty good. Then when it comes to the finishing, you're gonna have an 85 driving dunk, so you're gonna be at the contact dunks. You're gonna have an 80 standing dunk, so you're gonna be second lowest, or you're gonna just be at a good tier for standing dunk. Then when it comes to driving layup, that's gonna be above a 90, so that's gonna be really good. Mid range, that's gonna be above an 80. 3-pointer, that's gonna be above an 80, so both of those are reaching really good thresholds. Post fade is actually really high on this build. That's in the 90s when you get to 99. Ball handle, that's gonna be above an 80, so that's really good again. Post control, that's going to be at a 75, so that's really good. Interior defense, that's only at a 66, not nothing too crazy, but not nothing too bad. Perimeter defense, that's at a 75, that's gonna get to a 79. Then a lot of quick, that's getting to a 77, and still that's gonna be able to get to an 80. So nothing too crazy and nothing too bad. The only thing about this build, kind of went a little bit, you know what I'm saying, bigger, but you didn't go taller, you went bigger, but you still don't have no rebounding. So that's not really the craziest thing. But then when it comes to the takeovers, you're gonna end up with post scorer, shot creator, slasher, and sharp takeover. Now, you can go with pretty much all these yet again. Now, this one instead of the last one, I believe on the last one we had lock, we only have post scorer instead of lock. So if you want to be a post scorer, you can. You do have a crazy high post fade, but nothing really too crazy on your post hook. You had a decent post control, so if you want to go with that, you can. I'm gonna go with slasher and sharp though. I'm gonna actually go with slasher because I feel like the shooting, you're gonna be able to shoot consistently with an 83 pointer. So yeah, I'm gonna go with slasher. That's gonna help me be faster, give it the really good plus 10. So I'm at plus 10 to speed. So I'm gonna have 90 in takeover. That's gonna be really good. 90 acceleration. A lot of things are gonna be going up on that. So I like that a lot, especially even your speed ball. So I like that. And the build comes out as a two-way balanced score. And now we hopping into the top 3. Coming in at number 3, let's show you guys how to make it. So we're gonna be at the point guard position. We're finally changing up the position. We're at the point guard position. Then when it comes to the pie chart, you're gonna actually go with finishing and shooting, but this time instead of going with more finishing than shooting or more shooting than finishing, we're gonna go with a balanced shooting and finishing where you're both gonna be at Hall of Fame. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're gonna go speed pie chart. You wanna be as fast as possible. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're gonna end up with 10 finishing, 18 shooting, 14 playmaking, and 6 defensive. Now, on some of these builds, you can make these builds different ways, but if you wanna make it the best way, this is what I found, and this is what I believe is the best way to make it. So yeah. Then when it comes to the body type, that's completely up to you. Height, you're gonna be 6'5". You want to just go with this height. Then when it comes to the weight, you're going to go down to 177 pounds. That's going to get your speed up, your acceleration, but not losing too much on post control and strength. Then when it comes to the wingspan, I went up in wingspan to an 86.4. That's going to allow me to get my steal up, my drive and dunk up, while my three-pointer is going to be really good. So that's what the build looks like at 85. Then when it comes to be able to get to a 99, everything that you see on the screen is going up plus 4, and for the gym rat, you're gonna get another plus 4 for your physical. So you're gonna be able to have a 93 speed, a 92 acceleration, and a 79 vertical. So yeah, when it comes to the finishing though, you're gonna have an 85 driving dunk, so that's unlocking the contact dunks. You're gonna have a 90 driving lift, so you're gonna be at the 90 plus threshold. So that's pretty much everything reaching crazy thresholds, but everything else is still going up plus 4, all the same. But on the shooting, the most important things is gonna be you're gonna have an 80 plus on 3-pointer and mid range, so that's gonna be able to reach that 80 threshold on both of those. So you're gonna be able to shoot consistently, which is built very easily. And you got an 80 plus ball handle that you need to be able to get a lot of dribble moves. So that's gonna be really good, and an 80 plus pass accuracy. That's gonna be a lot of help. Then when it comes to the defense, you're gonna have an 80 plus perimeter defense. I really honestly would rather have an 80 lateral quickness and not have an 80 perimeter defense than have an 80 perimeter defense and not an 80 lateral quickness. But all the same, we're still gonna have a 79 lateral quickness and an 80 perimeter defense, and then you have an 85 steal with above a 70 on defensive rebound. So even you're gonna be able to even rebound on this build really well. Now this build is very similar to the last two. It just was at a different position, but when it comes to the height, pretty much the same height, very similar. Now when it comes to the takeovers, you're gonna have slasher, playmaker, shot creator, and sharp. Really, really amazing options. You can go with sharp takeover if you want more shooting. You can go with shot creator takeover. That's very overpowered for twos. I wouldn't go for it for any other reason. I'm not gonna lie to you. But then when it comes to these other two takeovers, slasher and playmaker takeover. Playmaker is going to be really good to be able to take people's ankles, help your teammates get sharp takeover within takeover. So if you want to go with that, you can do that. You're also going to get really good plus 10s. But if you want to get the best plus 10s, where you even get some of the best plus, or not even some of, you get all the best plus 10s for playmaking takeover, and you unlock the ability to get contact dunk packages within your takeover, and you just make your build that much better and more dominant inside. Slasher takeover is the one I would go with, and the build comes out as a jack of all trades. And this is actually, when I do polls, people actually tell me every single time this is the rarest build in the game and the best build name in the game. And I'm not mad at the best build name, but when it comes to the rarest build, it's just two other builds that either you can't make it on one console or you just can't make it at all. Alright, so, and coming in at number 2, this is going to be the only build I'm showing you guys on next gen, because this is the only build on this video that's going to be only be able to be made on next gen. You can't make this on current gen. And this is going to be a crazy build. So let's show you guys how to make it. We're gonna be at the small for position. Then when it comes to the height, weight, wingspan, you're gonna be 6'7", 197 pounds, and 7-foot wingspan. Body type is completely up to you. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're gonna end up with 20 finishing, 26 shooting, 24 playmaking with 23 defensive, and you're gonna have really good attributes all around. You're gonna be able to get contact dunks on this build, and all of them. Not like on current gen where you're only getting maybe the pro, and then eventually you might be able to get the small, but most of those builds you're only getting the pro, I'm gonna be honest. And then you're gonna have really good shooting on it with a lot of badges. You're gonna have really good playmaking on it with a lot of badges. Even be able to get gold badges that you really like. You're not gonna be able to get gold quick first step, gold unpluckable, but you're gonna have really decent badges. Then when it comes to the defense, you're gonna have a really good interior defense, which is actually underrated. You're gonna be able to have a 86 perimeter defense, a 78 steal, so you're gonna be able to reach thresholds that you really want to reach on a lot of this stuff, 80 plus block, and even an 80 plus defensive rebounds. All that's gonna be really good. Then when it comes to the speed and acceleration, that's both gonna be max. They have a 45 strength. Then on the vertical, we have an 80 and an 81 stamina. So the real only holes I really feel on this build that you had to do for the build is the free throw and the stamina. Now, there are some key factors to making this build. You have to have a 78 pass accuracy. You have to have a 74 post control. You can't go past the 78 on steal, I'm pretty sure. And those are pretty much the most important things that you got to keep in mind. Pass accuracy, post control, really. And you can try to keep tweaking the other things, and I think you'll be fine. But I'm pretty sure you can't keep going up on steal. Maybe not even be able to go up anymore on perimeter defense also. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you end up with slasher, shot creator, sharp, and lockdown takeover. Takers, I'm going to end up going with his ankle breaking shots and easy blow-bys. If I want to go with a sharp takeover, I'm going to go with a spot of precision. I just feel like that's better because you can go with Chef on a build like this, so I just feel like that's just better. Actually, I don't think you can go Chef on a build like this because it's 6'7". So actually, instead of going spot of precision, if you can't go Chef on a build, I always say you go limitless range. But if you feel like you're not really shooting deep anyway, just go spot of precision. And yeah, that's the takeovers I would go with. And the build comes out as what else? All around to it. And in my opinion, this is probably the rarest build that you can actually make in the game for sure. And this last build is just so rare, you literally cannot make it. So let's hop straight into it. Alright, so let's hop straight into it. So when it comes to the rarest build in the game, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it. It's the all-around threat. Now, I just dropped a video on this. This build is literally so rare, it's impossible to make it. Now, last year, it was rare, but you could at least make it on next gen when it came out, and it was able to be made on next gen all throughout the year. I don't know why, but every single time this has been found on current gen, it's been patched and patched and patched all the way to this year where you just can't even make it at all. So let's show you guys how it would be made if you wanted to make it. So you'll be at the point guard position. Then when it comes to the pie chart, you would go down to the shooting and defensive, but you're only gonna get shooting Hall of Fame. When it comes to the physicals, you can go with pretty much any of these pie charts. I'm gonna go with speed pie chart just to be as fast as possible. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're going to end up with 3 finishing, 22 shooting, 5 playmaking with 15 defensive badges. We're going to go more over the attributes later. Body type is completely up to you. When it comes to the height, you really want to go down in height just to be able to get the build to be what it is. And the height we're going to actually end up going with is 6 foot. When it comes to the weight, you're going to lower the weight just to be able to get the max speed and the max acceleration as possible, but not lose too much on strength and interior defense. So I'm going to just put it at 178. Then when it comes to the wingspan, I'm pretty much gonna go crazy on my wingspan every single time. So on this build, I actually ended up going with, I believe I ended up going with either a longer wingspan or a lighter wingspan. I think I ended up going with, yeah, a lower wingspan, and it wasn't fully minimal. I think I ended up going with 7 foot, 74.7. So yeah, if you go 74.7, you're gonna have that 90 threshold, 80 threshold off the rip, and you're gonna be able to reach that 70 plus threshold for driving dunk. Then when it comes to defense, you're gonna have really good stats too. So that's what I ended up doing. If you go longer wingspan, it's gonna make the build better too. So if you want to do that, you definitely can. It's really up to you on the wingspan, but a lot of this stuff is gonna be making or breaking. Either you're gonna be able to reach 90 plus threshold on your 3-pointer with what's it called, or you already gonna have it, or you're gonna be able to reach like close to 90 plus 3 threshold on lateral quickness and perimeter defense, but not quite reaching it, or you're gonna be able to reach it off the rip with like the smaller wingspan, and you're gonna have a higher, but you'll have lower driving dunk, lower playmaking, or higher playmaking actually, and lower defensive stats. So it really depends on what you rather. Do you rather be able to shoot and play make better, or do you rather have like better all-around stats but a little bit lower on 3-pointer and kind of pretty much the same ball handle, but you won't be able to have those dribbles off the rip. You'll have to pretty much grind to get it to like 96 to get that +1 to be able to have that 80 ball handle. So yeah, that's pretty much the wingspan I would go with on this build. Then when it comes to the takeovers, it's really up to you what you want to go with. You get lockdown, sharp, shot creator, and slash if you go with the long wingspan. If you go with the shorter wingspan, you're gonna end up with sharp, playmaker, or not playmaker, sharp, shot creator, and lockdown. But if I was making it regardless, either way, I would go with the lockdown takeover. I just feel like lockdown takeover is just that takeover to go with, and the build comes out as, if you're making it right now, it would actually come out as a two-way shot creator, but it's supposed to give you all-around threat, but it doesn't do it no more. I don't know why 2K patches builds like this time and time again, but they've been doing this for a while now, so I'm not even surprised. Now, sometimes 2K patches builds names, and you gotta find a new way to make it, and it's usually a way to make it, but they've done this for a couple years with all-around threat where you just can't make this build. Even on last year, you could be able to make it on next gen consistently, and it wouldn't really go away. I don't know what they on with current gen. Maybe there is a way to make it on next gen, and we just haven't found the way. So yeah. Pretty much every build I showed you guys on the list was able to be made on next gen and current gen until the last two, and all around two-way was only able to be made on next gen. So I showed you guys how to make that, and then the all around threat was so rare that you just literally can't even be able to make it. So yeah, man, if you guys want more videos like this, all you gotta do is smash, break, and destroy the like button, hit that sub button if you're new, turn on post notifications, be the first that every single one of my videos, share this video to anybody you think it will help. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fitz, man. And I'm out of it, man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!
Diamonds cut my